it's Greg Milby. Welcome to Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Just off the airfield, we are at the 3rd Sustainment Command's mobile area here. You'll see behind me here work tents and sleep tents, so nobody is too far away from their sleeping area. So what we want to do over the next few minutes is take you into the life of a soldier here at camp. And we're going to take you into the city and into the life of a Haitian. All of that is on the way for you.
Hey, good morning. It's time to do a little personal hygiene here in Haiti. You see, we're walking by the latrines. It's a pretty nice feature out in the middle of nowhere. Got a little porta potty you can go to. Some of them even flush. Over to my left, everybody's shaving, brushing their teeth. You thought you had to wait on your sister a long time in the bathroom. You gotta wait sometimes to get in there. Now we're getting ready to go take a shower. As you can see, it's pretty nice. It'll work. You can't stay in there too long. You get about 3 to 5 minutes. Got your little basket on the side, little shower head, baskets to put your clothes and stuff in so they don't get wet during the shower. But hey, that's as far as y'all can go. See ya.
One of the questions you had was, how does a soldier wash their clothes in the field? Well, to tell us how they do that is Captain Hayes.
Hi everyone, Captain Hayes. I'm here to show you how we typically wash our clothes in the field. I'm outside of a water buffalo and I have my laundry detergent here, liquid laundry detergent, my bucket full of clothes, and about ready to get started. So we filled our bucket full of water and I got our clothes in there, and I'm just going to pour a little bit of detergent in. Not a lot because we don't want to make it real sudsy because we still have to rinse. And then just what the instructions say, we agitate. And that's just moving stuff around the bucket. Sometimes if they're real dirty, we'll take something out and just scrub it a little bit. And now we're just going to do the rinse. Now, this isn't as very thorough as I would like it to be, but nothing here really is. So again, clean water, clothes in it, kind of agitate it, get all the rest of the soap out. And then I'll squeeze them out, put them back in my bag, and then I'll go hang them up.
It's amazing to see the difference between the men and the women when they're washing clothes. The guys, some of their methods, let's just say, are really primitive when it comes to washing their clothes, but everybody has their own method, and it seems to get the job done out here in the field.
We have here a very rudimentary clothesline. We got some 550 cords strung in between 2 of our tents. Luckily for us, they're kind of close. Some of the other tents are much further apart, so it starts to sag a little bit. But we're just hanging up the clothes. T-shirts here. Got some clothespins so they don't blow off. We've had some of them blow off in the past, and you'll see them halfway across our little encampment. That's pretty much it. It takes probably half the day, depending on how warm it is. Today it's real warm, so these things should dry really quickly. And we got about 3 or 4 different strings for clothes to be hung up, and plenty of clothespins to hang everything up.
Well, you wanted to know how a soldier washes their clothes in the field, and now you know. It's not the most difficult of situations, but it gets the job done, that's for sure. Well, we got a lot of questions from students wanting to know, what do the soldiers eat out in the field? Well, over here in Haiti, they're eating MREs, meals ready to eat. And to show us how to eat one of those is Specialist Caleb Henderson with the 3rd ESC. He's going to take us through this beef roast with vegetables. Now, Specialist, is that your favorite?
I'm going to have to say no. This particular MRE is not my favorite. My favorite is chicken and dumplings.
But you can't eat it all the time.
But you can't eat it all the time, correct. You have to, you vary it up. You want a knife because this is particularly tough to open. They say you can, but you'll struggle if you do. We'll open it like so. And the first thing I take out is the heater. The next thing I take out is the actual meal. I do this because while I'm going through the rest of this MRE, looking for something to eat, my meal can already be heating up. It takes a bit. I open the bag, and inside there's a chemical heater. I'll take it out so everyone can see. Yeah, it's this thing. Don't eat it. It'll mess you up. But all it takes is just a little bit of water. You want to fill it up to this line. Not very much water needed. Before you put the water in, you take out your meal here. Place it inside. And here comes the fun part where we actually heat it up. As I said before, very little water needed. Just careful enough to go past that fill line there. And you can see it's already starting to heat up. The steam billowing out of the package there. That means it's getting a good heat up right there. I fold the top back, place it back in the cardboard. Then I just let it sit on something at an angle, and just let it get a good heat up. Now while that's heating up, I rummage through the rest of the MRE. All right, I got a cocoa beverage powder. That's gonna be really good later.
Now the MREs, they vary with the supplies inside as far as the other items you get?
Oh yes, oh yes. It varies with each different MRE. Some even have candy in it. So if you're lucky enough to get one of those are really the best. Seems I've got marble pound cake. That's gonna be a treat. Some steak sauce. Don't know what I'm gonna use that for. Maybe save that for later. Cranberry slice. Awesome. And of course the old standby, crackers. And condiments. I got chewing gum there, moist towelette, a towel, salt, matches it looks like, and maybe a bit of sugar, a package of sugar.
What I always think is interesting about the condiments is there's always gum, the moist towelettes, and the coffee in there for later on.
Oh yeah, it comes in handy. You can save those condiments for later usages, so it's great. Oh wow, I got a treat here: chocolate peanut butter. That's gonna go great with those crackers I just found in there.
How many MREs do you eat a day? I know there's a lot of calories in these MREs of 1,500. The first one I had, and I looked on the back, and I was thinking my diet's going to be gone forever. But there's a reason behind all those calories.
Yes, I try to eat 2 MREs a day, the lunch and the dinner portion, because as you said, there are a lot of calories in there. But they're also there for a reason. When you're out in the field, especially in this weather, it does take a lot out of you. So you need those extra calories because you're burning them off.
And I know a lot of water, and there's a lot of water being consumed around here too, and that's an important part of it. But another thing, back to these commodities here, there's these drop-in packets for coffee and the moist towelette and some matches and the salt and napkins. Those items will all come in handy later on. They can be stored in your sack and come back with that later on. And even some of the items where maybe you did see the cocoa beverage powder, how would that fit into a lunch that he's chosen today? Well, it doesn't necessarily have to. These can be stored away and used as a snack or something a little bit later on. So they're always good to have extra items in there too. You're probably thinking that doesn't look the most appetizing of a food item, but you would be wrong, because you got to get past the fact that it is in a package, meal ready to eat. You get past the fact of what it looks like and you eat it, and they're actually quite tasty.
Yes, actually, this is a treat for me. The chocolate peanut butter, this is one of the good treats.
All right, this is what we call showtime. We're now getting into the main course of an MRE.
Beef pot roast with vegetables. I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite of this now. All right.
There you go. The finer points of an MRE. That's Specialist Caleb Henderson with the 3rd ESC over here in Haiti, and we're keeping you up on what's going on. And this is, again, the basics of the MRE, the meal ready to eat. Well, the biggest question we had was, how do the soldiers sleep? And we're going to answer that question. To do that is Sergeant Hibbs. Sergeant, how do you sleep?
Very carefully. First off, there's a nice tent here for us. It's kind of a little circus type tent. It's got some doors on it. It's got some windows on it. We roll the windows up at night to let a little air come in. And then they give us this nifty little mosquito net thing here to keep the bugs off of us at night. You know, they got a lot of mosquitoes and carry diseases. They got some big tarantulas over here, and we lay in here and put my shoes up on the sticks there to keep the tarantulas from getting in them. I had one of my soldiers, she put her foot in her boot and felt something on her foot, pulled it out, and she had a tarantula on her foot. So yeah, I don't want to play with the tarantulas, so I'll keep my shoes up on the sticks.
Does it get cold at night?
No, not really. It's actually pretty warm. I wish I had a nice little fan, but you know, a little breeze comes through occasionally and cools off a little bit, but you know, we do what we can, put on our PTs with our shorts, and you know, we just lay here and tough it out like soldiers do, you know.
So how do you sleep in Haiti?
Oh, what? I sleep great, except for the planes and reporters bugging me all the time.
I guess that would be me.
Hey.
Well, that's how the soldiers sleep, and that's your little trip around the camp. So
You guys get out of here.
I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.